Welcome to the NFHL, and we're back, and we have a beauty for you tonight. It is the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots as we will face off in this 85 Super Bowl matchup. Walter Payton is in the building to face off with the GOAT, Mr. Tom Brady. Rob Gronkowski in goal versus Mike Ditka. This is an absolute epic battle of the ages. I expect a defensive game, but there is some offensive firepower in the house, as the earlier mentioned Walter Payton. Tom Brady and his top boys, they really get humming when they get humming. Let's see how this matchup goes. Let's get down to the ice, and Mr. Victorious Hula Divine, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, and so are these two teams as they match up. Here we go, heads are the puck to the circle, and kicked away by Gronkowski. That was a close chance. Right off the bat, the Bears. Here's Law taking him down the ice. Law looking around. Law up the wall. He stops right center. It's intercepted by Hester. Now Diggs. Diggs gets taken down, and Ditka will find it and cover.
Viewers out there want to know what the line on this game is, and it's just a pick'em. Two tight defenses working. We've really yet to see Walter Payton step up. He's had a lot of chances in the few times that we've got to see the Bears, but he hasn't hit pay dirt yet. But we're ready for it. 18:49 in the first.
Here we go. Law drops it down to Seymour. Now Edelman. Here's Seymour's shot. And that one's blocked out front. Now here's Payton. Payton gets taken down off of it. And now Payton has it back. Here goes Payton with some good speed. Payton across Cutler. And he gets taken down hard. Now Payton drops it down Singletary for a slap shot's blocked.
On the back end of his shift, Payton still got the wheels. Wheeling and dealing. Still no dice.
And now Brady's shot. And that one stopped. Here's Brady. Brady tried to take it through center and poked away by Denzel. Now here's Cutler. Cutler up the wall. He glides through, and he's taken away.
This top line is absolutely out of gas. They need a change.
Now Marshall shot deflected to Sayers. Here's Gale Sayers on the wall. Goes to Tom Brady. Brady to Law. Law bang passes that one. And now there's a big hit. Now a chase on the wall. Here's Bledsoe. Bledsoe stops and looks around. He gets taken down. Now McMahon. And that one poked away by Gronkowski.
Jim McMahon had a turnaround opportunity right in front of Gronk.
And now here's Singletary to McMahon. McMahon to Butkus. One-timer, and that one stopped by Gronkowski.
Second line Bears moving it around swiftly.
And now here's Sayers. Sayers trying to turn around. He drops it across to Butkus. Now McMahon. McMahon takes it up the wall, poked away. And now battling on it. And now the Bears find themselves offside.
How's that for a second line winger? Gale Sayers. Not too many teams can boast that high of a right winger in this league. These Bears can get it done. We saw it in the King of the Hill earlier this summer.
And now here comes Folk down the ice. Folk, and he dumps it. Now Folk going chasing for it. Butkus, he gets reversed hard. Now Butkus gives it to Williams. Williams to Moore. Moore makes a toe drag, gives it to Williams. Williams to Anderson, and that one stopped. But now here's Hayes going to the box.
Neil Anderson had a wide open lane right through the slot. They weren't going to let it happen. They commit the penalty, and now they're down for two. Here come the Bears.
Well, here we go. Mike Hayes on the penalty. It's a tripping call. So here comes the Bears' first line power play unit. McMahon, Hester, and Payton. We drop. And now here's Brewski. Gives it to Tippett. Tippett. And he'll dump it up. Now that one's caught by Singletary.
Nice little snag by Singletary.
Here's McMahon. McMahon stops looking around. Now Mays took it off of it. Now Payton. And it just slides right to Gronkowski. And now here's a drop by Payton to Urlacher. He's taken away. And now here's Urlacher trying to one-timer. It's intercepted by Brewski. Now May dumps it up and out.
Young center Drake May. A lot of hope and promise in this young fella as he takes the third line and the kill.
Now McMahon is taken off. And now there's a dump right there. It's caught by Singletary. Singletary to Payton. Walter Payton, good move in. Gives it. And now big hit right there on the play. Now here's Samuel. Samuel dumps it up the wall. Here's Urlacher. Urlacher stops and feeds it up to Sayers. Sayers to Marshall. Marshall to Sayers trying to get to the slot to the circle shot. Now one slides to Brewski. Now Brewski dumps it up. Good PK here for the Patriots. One last rush. Here's Singletary. Gives it to Cutler, and that one stopped.
Even though this is the New England Patriots, we know about their success on the football field. This team on the ice bolsters their older style of play. Tight defense, Belichick-style hockey is what they play here in New England, but they do have the firepower to pot a goal or two. Let's see how it shakes out.
Here's Budkiss, gives it up the wall to Williams.
Blah.
Williams gives it to Moore, and now here comes Bledsoe. Moore drops it down to Williams, and a glove save by Gronkowski.
Gronk warmed up nice. In his last loss, we saw him give up 6.
Here we go. Here's Tom Brady on the draw. He's taking on Stephon Diggs and Julian Edelman as his wingers. Here we go. Here's Samuel. Bank passes that one to Diggs. Stephon Diggs looking around. Diggs now takes it behind the net with 3 guys on him, and Diggs loses control of it finally. Now here's Harbaugh. Harbaugh gives it to Swift. Swift takes it up. Swift, he gets tripped up, and there's a penalty on the Patriots. Now here's Johnson, gives it to Jeffrey. Jeffrey to Harbaugh, and that one is taken away.
Second penalty coming up now here. We'll see the Bears again. They didn't get much going, but Stephon Diggs, big mistake here. He'll send 2 into the box. And we'll probably see Sweetness and his guys line up for another opportunity to make this thing 1-0. We're still knotted at a couple of babies.
Here's Tom Brady on the draw. He's taking on Jay Cutler.
Still 8:41 left in the first. 7 shots to 1 in favor of Chicago.
Here's Seymour. He dumps it up. And that one almost comes out, but Moore catches it. Now Moore to Sayers. Sayers drops it down to Dent, and now Marshall drops it down. Cutler to Moore. Stop shot off the iron and to Gronkowski.
How did that not go in? Unbelievable. Gronk getting in a little tussle there at the end of the play. It hit the iron. He looked behind him. Absolute luck box. We'll go back to the draw. 8:15 left. Here comes Cutler.
Here's Tippett. He dumps it out, and now Chase Brown. Here's Brown. Brown creating an opportunity, and a save by Ditka. Good forecheck by Brown, getting himself a great chance. Now here comes Cutler. Cutler looking around, toe drag move, and now he gets pressured by Brady. Here's Haynes. Haynes dumps it up the wall, and that one hits Brady and stays in. Now back for it. Tom Brady takes it, and he dumps it up.
Great killing yet again here by New England, minus the post chance. They're looking real swell on defense. Not a lot of real big opportunities for the Bears just yet.
There's more. And now Cunningham takes it. Cunningham dumps it up, and that one's caught by Hester. And now here's the chase for it. Here's Payton, drops it down to Dent. Dent, backhander, deflected weird, and it's stopped by Gronkowski. Now here's Dent. Now May trying to fight for that one. And now a scuffle up for it. Here's May, drops it down to Haynes. Haynes drops it to Welker. Welker to Diggs. Diggs toe drag. And now he gets body checked hard.
Nice bump by Hester.
Now here's Urlacher, poked away by Law. Well, not a lot of offense generating in this game so far. Still 0-0. Singletary sends it around. Now Welker to Bledsoe. He gets sent. Now here comes Urlacher. Urlacher up the ice, 2-on-2. And now Hester, shot and a save Gronkowski. Now Payton. Payton has it, shot and a stop by Gronkowski. Morgan looking around with it. Morgan, he'll take it himself. It's poked away though by Swift. Now Swift dumps it up. Here comes Swift with Seymour. Seymour to Law. Law taking it up the ice. Law to Cunningham. Cunningham gets tied up with Tillman. Now Bledsoe. Bledsoe held to the wall. Harbaugh. And now here's Harbaugh. Gives it to Jeffrey. Jeffrey slowly takes it up and he dumps it up. Now it's caught. Now Douglas. Not a lot of action here. Very slow game.
Playing some grindy, defensive, battle-style hockey.
Now Samuel shot and it's blocked out front. Now Douglas tried to center it, but it's taken away by Williams. Here's Jeffrey. Jeffrey takes it into the Patriots zone. Now Williams, and that one stopped. Now Tillman. to Anderson, shot, kicked away by Gronkowski. Now Jeffrey to Williams, and that one shot by Gronkowski. Now with 22 seconds left here in the first, Samuel gives it to May, drops it down, Douglas, shot, and a glove save did come.
This thing here toward the last 5 minutes has gotten a little bit lopsided in favor of the Bears. They did have 2 power plays, unable to convert on either. We still got a couple of zeros, but it really has been all Bears. Only a matter of time before they break through. Unless Gronk has something to say about that. A couple ticks left, and we'll head to the first intermission.
Here we go, puck drops. And now here's Fulk shot and a save made by Ditka. And now battling for it behind the net, and that's gonna do it. So far the score, it's 0-0 in Chicago.
I think what we're seeing here from the Patriots is a team that really wants to get in front of Gronk and make his job easier. Although 14 shots on goal, most of them have been pretty standard type of saves for Gronk, minus the one he had to look back on the iron. But I think both teams executing their game plans well. We don't have a score yet, but I think that's kind of just how these two teams like to play hockey.
Well, look at this dangerous chance here. Very dangerous chance. And then Douglas.
Mike Ditka has almost fallen asleep 3 times during the game with the lack of action he's had. New England really not generating any offense at all thus far.
Williams stepped in for a nice one, but a beautiful stop.
Gronk had to work from that one for that one a little bit there. You see the Bears doing a lot of good things here. Pretty standard stuff there for Ditka, only facing just 3 shots on goal. There's the one that hit the bar. Let's run that one back.
Dangerous!
See, or DJ Moore gets it right by Richard Seymour.
And it bounces off the post and
right in between the legs of Gronk. Lady luck. That's talk about getting the puck bounce.
That was pure luck right there for Gronk.
Brandon Marshall is knocking at the doorstep too for the rebound.
Caleb Williams with 3 shots in this game. And Walter Payton with 2.
Walter looking good yet again. You see the wheels, you see the speed.
He's also been kind of dealing in this game.
Walter's always dealing. Hasn't found himself a goal quite yet, but we expect big things in the regular season. Coming up here in October.
Look at this. Bang!
Ryan Urlacher's a hard guy. He's so worried about, Diggs was so worried about Urlacher that he forgets all about Hester right on his backside, right on his bumper.
Look at that. Stick goes flying and everything.
Diggs playing his first game as a New England Patriot. And let's get down here to the second. Let's see if somebody can break these handcuffs. 0-0. Bears have had the best of it. Gronk is keeping them in it. Tom Brady and the GOATs. Here comes the second.
We're underway. Here's Hester. Toe drag shot and a save Gronkowski. Dangerous play out. And now Payton gets checked by Brady on the wall. Brady bank passes it to Diggs. Diggs. And Cutler will help out right there. And now Payton, he gets taken away by Brady again. Now here's Edelman. He scores!
It's Julian Edelman. And the Patriots finding ways as the Patriots do. This guy can score. We've seen him really put the team on his back in the times we've seen him leading up to this game. And it's another one. Diggs, a nice little backhand pass, and Edelman just pots it over the glove side of Mike Ditka.
Look at that pass. See it? Bang! Top cheddar, just like that.
Julian Edelman with the little snapper there as the crowd here at Soldier Ice goes deafening quiet.
Puck drops. Here's Dent. Dent gives it to Payton. Payton makes a move. He gets sent hard. And now here's Singletary getting chased back. Singletary to Hester. And they have a miscommunication right there, but they gives it to Cutler. Sunshine, it's blocked. And now Edelman. Edelman takes it through. Edelman backhands that one to Diggs, and he's offside.
It's just really interesting how a team's personality translates onto the ice. The New England Patriots just play Patriot-style hockey. And if you're a fan, you just know what that means. They're going to muck it up a little bit. It's not always going to be pretty, but they're going to find a way, and they just got guy after guy after guy that'll step up to make a play.
Here comes Singletary, gives it to Bledsoe. Bledsoe to Law. Law to Welker. Welker takes a shot, and a glove save, Ditka.
Another thing there is that Ditka hadn't faced a shot that good all game. And so, you know, when you're just going through a game and every save is easy and all of a sudden you get a snapper off the end of Edelman's stick, it could catch you off by surprise.
Now here's Law, and that one's bounced off the wall. Here's Dent. Dent to McMahon. McMahon, and now Morgan gets it. And now Singletary. Singletary holds off of that body check. Now he gives it to Dent. Dent with some room. Dent continues going, gives it to Marshall. Marshall trying to dig his way through, doesn't work. Now Marshall, one-timer, what a save by Gronkowski!
Beautiful play there by Brandon Marshall to set it up. He slides into the corner, slides out, and just has an opportunity to either shoot it himself or make the pass. He makes the dish. Gronkowski makes the save, preserving this 1-0 lead for the New England Patriots.
And now Richard Seymour's in the penalty box. Tom Brady on the draw versus Cutler.
Crowd getting a little bit into this one here.
Here we go. Here's Cutler, shot and a save Gronkowski. Now Sayers to Marshall, and that one stopped. Now here comes Tom Brady. He dumps it up. And now here's a chase down for it. Brady wins that battle. But now Marshall gives it to Singletary. Singletary keeps it, makes a move. Singletary to McMahon, and he lost control of it. Now Brady with Payton chasing for the puck now. Here's Payton. Payton with the reverse check just like that. Now here's McMahon. McMahon has it. Looking around. Drops it down. Singletary. Circle shot. And a ball to the rebound. Stopped. And now a hit on the wall. There's Esther. A lot of pressure going under. McMahon. He gets robbed by Gronkowski.
That's a nasty glove save by Rob Gronkowski. He just another robbery. Was that Payton? Was that Walter Payton point blank?
I think that was McMahon.
Boy, these Bears have been working the puck.
Here we go, Singletary. And now puck slides right there to Hester. Hester loses it, but McMahon now. McMahon drops it down to Urlacher. Urlacher gets sent down to it. And Falk will dump it all the way up and
Kevin
out.
Falk with a nice little play to get up to the blue line on Urlacher, disturb him enough that they're going to have to reset.
Now that's the expired penalty right there. Great chances for the Bears.
Third kill. This is going to come back to haunt them if they can't find a way to pull back in this game.
And now here's Tippett. Tippett has it. Tippett looking around, drops it down to Morgan. Morgan, he's poked away down more to Cutler. Cutler has it, makes a move. Cutler to Marshall now. Marshall across, and it's intercepted. And now Cutler, shot! And that one hits off the goalpost! Dick Gronkowski get a piece of that one!
3 power plays and 2 posts, and they still have nothing.
Here's Moore. Moore takes it, gives it to Cutler. Cutler shot, and a glove save. Gronkowski.
One thing we know about these Bears, though, they're relentless. They carry the chip on their shoulder of their guy in the backstop, Mr. Mike Ditka. And they're going to keep coming.
Here we go. It's Bledsoe on the drop, which is Harbaugh. It drops. And now here's Haynes. Haynes takes it and looks through. Haynes to Welker. Welker to Morgan. Morgan takes it to the wall. Morgan looking around, sends it behind to Welker. Now Butkus up top to Swift. Here comes Swift, makes a quick move. And now here's Harbaugh. Harbaugh to Jeffrey, and that one stopped.
Swift ready for a rebound, but it popped up in the air.
Here we go, it's Law.
A lot of puck luck swinging in the favor of the New England Patriots right now. But you can't deflate pucks, so I don't know what's going on.
Here's Harbaugh. Harbaugh to Jeffrey. Jeffrey shot, and that one stopped. And now there's a pass, way too much crisp on in. Now Ditka looking to play it. He gives it to Tillman. Tillman to Jeffrey. Jeffrey chips it up the wall, and he goes chasing. And now that puck slides right out front to Brady. And now Tillman, and he found himself just offside.
Talk to Peanut Tillman ahead of this game tonight, and really his place on this team, it's a little bit awkward. There's some guys that some fans might think belong on this team, but he's really one of the heart and soul guys of this defense, and boy, he has proved it in the few times we've seen the Bears on the ice. Hockey to play here. Hockey to play here. A lot of hockey to play, but the Bears, 25 and 25 saves for Gronk.
And now Payton tried to get a shot off the face-off, didn't work. And now Payton, he gets the puck off the corner, drops down, Singletary shot, and a glove save, Gronkowski. 26 shots for the Bears.
Gronk looking just like a whole different guy today than the last time that we saw him. But we figured that was an anomaly. He's going to be one of the best in the league. He's one of the best to ever do it.
Here's Marshall, shot, and a save, Gronkowski right there.
The further he goes, the hotter he gets.
Now here's Welker, gives it the Bledsoe shot, and a glove save, Ditka. And Ditka will cover.
Welcome back. It looks like we might have had a little broadcast difficulty. Popped out for a second. I think we're back on. Welcome back if you're watching the stream. We still have a 1-0 score out here in Chicago. New England Patriots 1, Chicago Bears 0, even though they have had the better of all the offensive chances. 27-8 shots on goal, 3:24 left in the second.
One-timer shot, and a glove save, Ditka.
And Ditka, you have to feel a little bit of pressure on him. He's given up one. If he gives up two, that might be enough for Gronk in the way that these Patriots are playing. They look season ready. Looking to improve their draft stock on the Future Break League coming up here in October.
There's Wes Welker, battling corner on the wall. Now a lot of tie-up, Welker gives it one-timer and stops. And now here comes McMahon. McMahon to Sayers. Sayers trying to burn through. Sayers, good move to McMahon. And that one bounces right through. Dangerous chance right there. And now Morgan to Bledsoe. He's took it away. And now there's a tripping penalty.
Another one for the Patriots.
Another penalty right there. Stanley Morgan.
Richard Dent laying the lumber there. Can the Bears get it done? They're 0 for 3 on the power play. New England kill, one of the best in the league. They will face off for the 4th time in this game as we wind down this second period. Just under 2 minutes left.
Here we go, first line power play unit is out. But here's Samuel. Samuel, he'll get the dump and clear.
Another great start for the Pats.
Here we go, it's Hester. Hester makes a move, gives it. Urlacher, McMahon, it's stopped by Gronkowski.
They give, they go, they feed, they move it around. Gronk has answered every single one of these 29 shots with authority. Tom Brady on Walter Payton. Legendary stuff here in the NFHL.
Here we go, we drop. Here's Samuel, takes it behind the net. Samuel, he tries to get the dump, and he does. And now Cunningham with even more space to get even more of a clear. And now Cunningham jumps into the point. Pass cross, intercepted by Singletary. Here comes Singletary down the ice. Singletary, a lot of space now, gives it to McMahon. Chance, blocked right out, stopped by Gronkowski, and he finds it in cover.
There was a cluster in front. They had an opportunity. But Gronk is there again. The Pats looking outstanding right now. Although we're only having 10 shots on goal.
Here we go. Tip it. Bank passes that one to Brown. Brown dumps it up the wall and it comes out. Now Urlacher. Final seconds ticking off the clock here. Cutler. Cutler makes a move. Cuts in. Bank passes that one. And now Marshall. Now shot.
There it is. It's Gale Sayers. They've been knocking on the door all game long. They set it up beautifully. Started with a bank pass behind. Let's take a look at that. Wow.
And with 3.1 seconds left to go, the Bears strike.
Gale Sayers finds his spots, and he finds Top Chetty against Rob Gronkowski, and we got a game 1-1 headed into the third. Fantastic action here. 3.1 left. This will be for nothing, and we'll check out a few of these highlights.
They dropped Samuel. He tried to get something going, but that's going to do it. 4th and seconds. Well, it's 1-1 after the second period, and I'm pretty sure we can all agree all the momentum is in the hands of the Chicago Bears.
That was a beauty. Let's get back to that. Let's get to that here. Well, let's start with the New England goal. Let's get to the goals here.
So let's start with the goals. Julian Edelman to strike first.
Diggs, after taking a penalty, with a sweet little dish, gets it right to the sweet spot. Edelman's able just to pick it up, snap that one absolutely home.
I mean, look, this is all the space he has in the net, and this is where he takes it.
Feel like Ditka went down a little too soon there. Gave him all that upper corner space, and Edelman found it. Julian Edelman.
And then there's Gale Sayers.
Let's go back to the pass. Back that up a little bit. Cutler banked that to Marshall.
And look at that. This is the number of space he has. Not a lot of space at all. He finds the top corner. And look at the crowd go crazy.
Oh, they love their Bears here in Chicago. And Gale Sayers as one of the legendary Bears of all time.
Look at this.
Point blank there, feed from Welker. I mean, the Bears have been finding space, they've been finding opportunities, they've been flicking it around from all over the ice, they've hit the post twice, they've had 4 power plays, and it's still just 1-1. It's still anybody's game.
Amazing chance there by Payton. Haynes with a slapper. Jeffrey with a beautiful chance.
That glove save right there on Jim McMahon. Look at that. How did he even find it out of the cluster of human beings in front of the crease there? I don't know if he just closed his eyes, stuck out his glove, and found it. That was amazing.
Well, after all these chances, it's time for the third. And the Bears have their momentum.
Headed into the third. If there's a team that you don't count out in a situation like this, it's the Patriots.
Here's Payton, gives it to Hester. Hester shot and glove save Gronkowski.
It's a team that's well equipped to handle a tight 1-1 game, honestly, and by their game plan, this is basically where you want to be headed into the third. You're in a tight game, you probably want more shots on goal, you probably want to give up less, but they are where they are. Brady and the boys are going to really battle this thing out here down the stretch.
Now backhander shot and glove save Gronkowski. Tom Brady on
crowd
the
getting
face-off.
fired up. 19:24 left in the third. Some fans are on their feet. Oh!
And there it is from Walter Payton!
Sweetness has finally broken through. NFHL history, folks. Walter Payton's first ever goal on ice, and we have it here.
Look at that. What a play by Walter Payton to find the rebound from Rob Gronkowski.
And Ty Law was right there and all over it, but he scooped it up.
A terrible job by Tom Brady winning the faceoff. I mean, you gotta know you don't win the faceoff in the danger zone, especially when Sweetness is on the ice.
On the prowl, Walter Payton in the right space at the right time. Finally, all the opportunities. His bench congratulating him, and he's right back on for another shift.
Walter Payton, his first career NFHL goal. There's Payton, drops it down to Singletary. Singletary taking it. And now Singletary getting held to the wall, a lot of battling for it. Now Brady stops, gives it to Edelman, backhander and a save, Ditka. Now he puts out, terrible play by Ditka, and they score! Tom Brady
And that was quick. And now we have a 2-1 game.
A terrible play by Mike Ditko right there. You gotta cover that.
Just an absolute giveaway. He tried to give it to Singletary, but literally, Mike, you had the greatest of all time standing right there, and he's gonna make you pay every single time on a play like that. 2-1 Pats, and this thing has opened up here in the last minute.
Here's Welker, and it's poked away. Welker takes it down, gives it a little one-timer, and that one's chipped away. And
boy, I tell you, that one sucked all the air out of the building.
Now here's Payton. Payton takes it through to Color, shot, and now that one deflected weird. And now Welker, and he almost got lit up. That's why he passed the puck. And now Bledsoe finds himself offside.
And we are tied back up. All of a sudden, 16:53 left. We got a good one brewing here in Chicago.
Here we go, here's Law, gives it to Morgan. Morgan dumps it up the wall, good catch right there. And now Marshall gives it to Sayers. Here's Gale Sayers, gives it across. McMahon gives it across. What a save right there! Now Dent to McMahon. McMahon to Sayers. Sayers to Marshall through the point. And now Dent! Morgan takes the puck. Morgan looking around, gives it across, and that one doesn't work. Now Marshall. Marshall gives it to McMahon. McMahon coming up the ice, 15 minutes left to go in the third. And now Sayers is taken away by Bledsoe. Now Bledsoe coming down the ice. Bledsoe trying to hold off with speed. And now it's intercepted by Moore. Now Moore gives it down to McMahon. McMahon gliding through. One-timer with Anderson, and it stopped. And now Anderson shot, and it stopped again.
The Bears' chemistry is just absolutely alive.
Now here's Brown, gives it to Law. Law takes it through. Law, he pulls back, drops it down. Shot, and a save, Dick Cup.
Meanwhile, the Patriots are playing a real muck-it-up type of game. It feels like it should be 5-2 Bears with the type of opportunities and the way that they're wheeling and dealing the puck and doing what they want with it. Gronkowski really has been the difference.
Now here's Brady shot and a save. Now here's Moore. Moore takes it through. Moore sends it around to Butkus. Butkus gives it to Williams. Williams dumps it up the wall and he goes chasing for it. Samuel, he holds away to Brady. Brady to Edelman. He's already got one in this game, and he's going to get taken off for the Bears to make sure he doesn't get two. Now there's another hit on the boards. Haynes gives it to Diggs. Diggs poked away, and now a scramble for it. Puck still sitting there. Now backhander is blocked by Butkus. And now the double hit by Butkus right there. Here comes Swift. Swift dumps it up the wall. He goes chasing. Haynes holding away, gives it to Samuel, and now Brady. Brady to Edelman. Edelman to Diggs. Diggs shot and a save. Here comes Jeffrey. Jeffrey holds it out and dumps. And now a battle for it. That one gets sprung very deep, and there's an icing.
You really think here with a team like the Patriots, the way they roll lines, it's a little bit different than you think. They don't have the all-star roster up and down the offense that you think that they might based on their Super Bowl history. It's really the Bears that have the all-time legends.
Here we go, Urlacher and Slobjar's blocked out front. Now here comes Cunningham. Cunningham sends it around to the boards. And now here's Grogan. Grogan battling for it in the corner. Now is Grogan. Now Butkus gets it, but out. And now Edelman. Here comes Hester. Well, about 8 minutes left to go. Hester takes it. Drops it down the collar. Shot. And a save. The rebound was loose by Edelman with a great play. Now Grogan. Grogan shot. And that one goes wide. Now there's a big reverse check by Payton. And here they keep going. Color to Payton. Payton stops, shot. And that one
Payton absolutely steamrolled through that play. That was amazing.
And now Payton behind the net. Payton drops it down to Johnson. Now shot. Deflected to the blocker. And now Payton drops it down to Johnson. Johnson to Hester. One-timer and a save. A lot of pressure going on here. May takes it. And he gets it out. And now Johnson Johnson takes it up the wall. Johnson feet to the stairs, and it's saved Gronkowski!
Way to close the door there by Rob Gronkowski. Gale Sayers had it in all by himself. He marches right to the crease. I think it's a great job of Gronk just kind of staying on his feet and stuffing up the spot, making it just too tough to make a move around him. Good stop, Gronk, with just 5:31 left in the third. This could be heading to the OTC.
And now Marshall shot it, stopped! And now a battle on the wall for it. Here's Wes Welker. Welker, it's one-timer. And that one stopped. And now Bledsoe, shot! And that one was blocked away. And now Singletary. Singletary up the wall looking around. And Singletary's poked off. Now Welker. Now back to Welker as he takes it up the wall. Welker to Morgan through the center. And it's poked away. Now Morgan stops through center, gets to the Bledsoe. And it's stopped by Ditka.
Gotta love still having Mike Ditka back there. He's made a few mistakes, and that has really cost him the 2 goals in this game. But otherwise, he's sharp, and he's really one of the best in the league. One of the absolute leaders of this squadron.
Here we go, it's Dent. Dent gives it to Anderson. Anderson, back to Dent. Dent to Singletary, and now Williams has it. Williams takes it through. Williams to Singletary, and it's stopped. Rebound is stopped by Gronkowski.
This is definitely, we're in the territory of next goal wins. 2:44 left in this type of game. That's really what it's feeling like. I don't know if either one of these teams reserved to open something up for the other. I think they're really going to try to play tight here down the stretch and get this thing into the 3-on-3 OT.
Now that was a dangerous slide. Gronkowski struggled to find it, but it goes to Grogan. Now Grogan takes it up the wall and right through center. Drops it down to Douglas. Douglas to Cunningham. And now trying to center it. Intercepted by Bugkiss. And now here comes McMahon. McMahon trying to get through. And it's poked away. Now Douglas to Seymour. Seymour. About a minute 20 left to go here. Slaps on the glove save Ditka. And now he'll cover. About a minute 9 left here. For those still with us.
42 saves for Rob Gronkowski.
Here we go. Here's Dick, shot in the save. Now Cutler gives it to Payton. Cutler sends it up the wall to Hester. 54 seconds left to go. Hester to Buckets. What a save by Rob Gronkowski! What a save, stretching out the glove and making a huge stop.
High pressure, high octane save there. He just reaches out, gets enough of it, and covers it up. Let's look at that one more time. He just kind of knew exactly where Butkus was trying to go with it. Butkus steps right in the lane and tries to finish this thing, and he gets robbed.
Robbed by Rob. And here's the first line for the Bears.
And the crowd is going nuts here with 49 seconds. We take the draw. Jay Cutler, Devin Hester, and Walter Payton.
Samuel, he's took it hard on the wall. And now Payton, Cutler drops it down, shot, and a save. And now Payton wins that fight for it. Cutler to Payton, saves the rebound, poked away. Now Payton drops it down to Urlacher. Hester, they score!
Devin Hester has put a dagger in the hearts of Boston in the New England area.
Payton gets an assist. Urlacher gets an assist. And the Chicago Bears.
That entire sequence felt like a power play, but it wasn't. It was still 5-on-5. The Chicago Bears move it around. They do their work, and they get it to one of their all-time greats, the gold jacket wearing Devin Hester. You are ridiculous.
Imagine getting 45 saves and your team is losing in the game. And now here's Law with the time ticking down. Here comes Diggs. Empty net now. Diggs to Edelman. Edelman to Law. Law to Diggs. Shot. And that one's blocked out front. And now Hester fighting for it. 15 seconds left to go. Diggs to Edelman. And a save. That one also had a bit of goal post. And now Law. Seymour shot. Deflected wide. Final seconds ticking down. They hold it on the wall. And that's gonna do it. The Chicago Bears will take the win. 3-2.
That was a great game. I mean, that's everything that you expect out of a game like this between these two type of teams. Great game. 3 Mike Ditka holds it down, and a big opportunity. Devin Hester down the stretch there to finish it off. And Pata JWG, they're going home with the W, increasing their draft stock that much more. But if you're looking at the Patriots, you know, there is some bright spots here. Gronkowski's definitely a bright spot, but they are searching for some additional weapons on offense. Stephon Diggs, kind of irrelevant there. He did have an assist, but I think they're expecting more from him. Tom Brady had a great goal. It was a good game all around.
The third stars, Devin Hester with a goal. 0 assists and 6 hits. Second stars, Tom Brady with a goal, assist, and 10 hits. And you've been waiting for him the whole time. He finally scored a goal. He had a goal assist and a lot of hits. Walter Payton.
Walter Payton, star of the game, star of the show. One of the best to ever do it and one of the best in the NFHL for certain. He's fast, he's mean, he's tough. And Tom Brady laid him out right there, but Walter Payton got the best of this one. They'll see each other hopefully here in the upcoming tournaments of our regular season. That starts in October.
And here's the goal. Walter Payton. Just
nice
a beautiful
little scoop and score. It's a bad win there for Tom Brady, winning it into the dangerous area. It's kind of hockey 101. He'll learn as he goes. You know, he studies the tape.
And this was just terrible right here. But then, the game-winning goal.
Devin Hester, the way he just whips that around, turnaround shot, and he gets it where he wants.
I mean, come on, look at this. There's a beautiful dish to Sayers and bang, great chance.
Love that stop. Love that stop, though. Gronk just stays very square to that play. Hats off to Gronk. I mean, he just played his heart out tonight. He's looking great. You got to feel good if you're a Patriots fan moving into the season. They're going to be okay. Bears are going to be okay. And that's going to do it for us tonight, folks. Thank you for coming out. We'll see you again on the next stream. We'll be back with a doubleheader tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night, folks. Final score 3-2. Chicago.